And welcome to this week's installment of IEOR blog posts. As you might have noticed, I'm actually wearing the same clothes as I am from last week, but that's besides the point. I have the same outfit on, much like Dexter. So for this week, what I wanted to cover is very similar to last week's video blog post. It's about the thermal sleeve patents that were posted over the past 2 decades. And essentially, what I wanted to zero in on this video is how similar each of those patents were, and why they were still able to be granted those specific patents. And the reason behind this is because each of those patents is non-obvious and unanticipated as a good. So essentially what it takes for a patent to pass is the fact that it can't be an obvious invention. It can't be something that, builds too heavily on a previous patent. So you're not just, taking credit for someone else's hard work and kind of trivializing little differences to kind of say and claim that, oh, that this is a different invention completely. Like you can't just put a little card ring on an iPhone and claim it to be your own invention, and because it would be too obvious. And I think the general rule of thumb behind that statement is you could have an expert look at that invention, and if he feels that the change that you've made over is not obvious, then it would, be sufficient in that sense. And the second point of it would be anticipation. You can't, patent a good that's already expected to come out. You can't just go in 2 weeks before the iPhone release and file a patent for an iPhone. I mean, I'm using that heavily in as an example due to the usage of my previous videos, and this will be a repeating theme throughout for the next couple of weeks, so you guys can expect that. And so essentially, when you look at these coffee sleeve and thermal cup patents, they all have, and each have a unique individual factor which makes them different from the last one. And that's the key takeaway for this video, is the fact that when you have an invention that you've thought of and you compare it to the ones that have been posted beforehand, and you see that they have a key feature which makes it a non-obvious invention, like something you couldn't have just grabbed by looking and thought of by looking at previous creations. You have something that's non-obvious. And the same thing goes with anticipation. They both kind of go hand in hand. When you have an invention or a patent that you feel is unanticipated, then it would qualify for that one particular patent that you're trying to go for. And that's all I have for this week. Thank you for signing in, and I'll see you guys soon.